Today, I really want to catch another perch. About 2 weeks back, I went drop shot fishing with this exact combo that I'm using right now, and I ended up catching my first 2 perch of the year on the lures, and I was dead happy about it. So today, the mission is to catch maybe more than 2 perch on the lure today. I'm going to be doing the drop shot method because I just think it's more convenient than an actual lure, and it gets more action in the water. I haven't got too long today. I've got about 2 hours maximum before it gets dark. I came out quite late, but I've heard perch feed quite a lot in the afternoon, so it should be perfect, really. I mean, currently I'm in this section. I'd never really catch perch on lures and drop shot in this section, so I am going to move a couple of stretches down that way to my favourite perch fishing location, just so I can maximise my chances of catching in the short time I've got. But from what I can see, this evening the canal's pretty active. There's a ton of little shiners jumping on the surface and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward for the next few hours just to see what I can catch. Let's get down to there. Just a quick one, the rig's pretty simple that I'm using today. Obviously I've got the little tungsten drop shot thing there. I've got a load of fluorocarbon lines so that the perch can't see it. And then I've got my favourite lure on, well, one of them, that does pretty well on the canal. And all I'm going to do on my little trip down to this stretch I'm going to is just dip this in the margin and walk along. Okay, believe it or not, I've now made it to the good section of canal. It don't look like it, but the canal is just behind me there. I've just come up off the walkway here. So I'm going to continue walking down this little hill, and then I'll find myself on the bank, and then I'll just get casting and see how many perch I can get. Here we are then, I made it. So I'm just going to start off by casting out into the boat turning point to start out. I've never caught a fish from out of this boat turning point, apart from fish on my float. Never on a lure though, so I'd be interested to see if I could get a perch here. So I'm just going to try it for a little while and see what might come out. From what I remember before fishing this little marina bit, it was really snaggy, and I actually lost a good lure here once, so hopefully I don't lose this today. I've just realised I've been making a major mistake. I completely forgot I was drop shot fishing, and I've just been using it as a lure like that, whereas really I should be doing it like real slowly and just jerking the edge of the rod real quick. So I've realised my mistake, and I'll start doing it properly now on the drop shot. That way I might get something. What's real nice to see is the canal sort of coming back to life again. I don't know if you can see, but over the far side there by them little bridge things, the lilies are starting to come up to the surface again. Well, they have come up to the surface again, and they're all like in mass amounts. And if you're a fisherman watching, you'll know that lilies mean fish. So it's nice seeing the lilies out. It's a sign that the fishing's just going to get better and better this year. And I don't know about you guys, but this section looks really tenchy to me. Looks like there could be a few tench lurking under them lilies, so might give some tench fishing a go down here one day. That would be awesome as well, seeing as I've never actually caught a tench, so that'd be a first. This looks like a prime spot. Underneath that tree, underneath there's lilies as well coming up, so that just looks like the perfect place for a perch or any fish to lurk. Give it a little toss over there. That wasn't the best to cast, but it'll do. It's near enough, so I'll just let it sink and just slowly reel it in and just do this along the way. Sadly, I caught nothing. Right, so I've gone past all of that bit up there. That bit of this stretch of canal ain't the best, if I'm being honest with you, but it's this bit that counts, the narrow bit. I come here in every lure fishing video I do for some reason. I'm addicted to the place when it comes to perch fishing, but that's because I know that there's a lot that lurk in here. I mean, pretty much every time I come here, around this time of year, I'll catch a perch, at least one anyway. So I'm going to get the lure in as fast as I possibly can and see if I can whip one out. Here goes nothing then. I'm going to start out in this little bit here. Now this happened last time, and I casted here after I re-spooled my line in my last video of perch lure fishing, and I just whipped one up on my first cast. So hopefully today can be the same. That magical event can recreate itself. I'm feeling a couple of nibbles on the surface, I mean on the bottom, sorry, but it feels like just snags. Unless this is a fish. Nah, this is definitely, yeah, I'm snagged. I caught a snag on my first cast. While I'm making my first few casts, a boat's on its way down. It's right there, if you can see in the distance, so that's not going to help me get one anytime soon. I'm gutted that boat's come down as well, because he's just come past and he's properly disturbed the water loads. It's one of them massive engines that just rattle the place. But before he came, I was genuinely having some bites from a fish. Like, I'm not even lying when I say that. It was just, my lure was just there, and I felt these massive nibbles on the end of my line. The fish didn't hook itself, obviously, but I had some on, almost. The only thing I can do now is get back to casting this rod out and seeing if I can get a perch. Because yeah, aside from that, there's not much else to do down the canal, is there? The bit I'm at right now is a little bit awkward to fish, seeing as all of this bushy nettles have emerged right on the bank. Makes it a little bit difficult to cast out where I want to cast out. There's open patches like where I'm at now, so it's fine really. My legs are getting absolutely attacked by midges at the moment as well, so I've always got to keep on the move. Oh, something's on. Something is on. No, nothing is on. It's a snag. Ignore me. Just tighten the drag and lift this thing out. There we go. I'm on snag. At the moment, I'm just trying to attack the margins with the lure, because I've had many bites from these margins before, and I've just had one, and I missed it completely. I wish I could set the hook properly. I suppose you don't really have to set the hook with perch though, because they just do it themselves. But what happened was I was looking that way at something that caught my eye, and then at that, boom, my rod had a massive take, and obviously it got lost. I've only got an hour to play with now, so I'm going to skip this little bit here. I will come back to it after I've been this open wider bit here, because last time I came here I caught the biggest perch of the day here, so, and I usually tend to catch big perch from this really widened bit on the narrow section, so we'll get over to there now. We'll start on this bit where it starts to open up into a wider bit of the canal. So I'll just give it a little toss out right ahead of me, because I've had a perch, the smallest perch I've ever caught, I think, on a lure anyway from there. It was about that big, teeny weeny little thing. So we'll get casted there now and just reel it in proper gently, jigging it on the way, and hopefully, fingers crossed, for the 10th time I've said it this video maybe, we'll get a fish. And you wouldn't believe it, on that cast, we didn't. I'm definitely getting some good action today, which is a great feeling. Eventually I'll get one. Right, I think someone's playing with my lure. It's going really mental. Oh no, I had something then. I had a little, I don't know what that was. It might have been a snag, it might have been a fish, who knows. This is exactly where the magic happened last time. Casted right there, spot on, and I got one, a pretty big one. He was a little bit, about that big, I'd say. He was just shy of a pound. So if I could catch one a bit bigger than that, that'd make my day, that would. Then I hooked into a perch and I was devastated because I ended up losing it. I am so annoyed right now. I've just had a perch, right? Out of absolutely nowhere. I literally dangled my lure in right there, and he was on, and I got him up here. He come up, he flung up, and he just dropped right back off into the water. I'm gutted. I know I've caught some, but you guys probably don't even believe me. I'm going to fish for him again now. He was only small, but he was a perch. There's obviously proving to be a lot of activity down here today in this bit of canal. I'm having tons and tons of bites. I've lost one fish, literally right before my eyes, and I'm gutted about that, but oh well, whatever happens, happens for a reason, I guess. I say that because I think I'm going to get a bigger one now. You what? The only bad thing about this session right now, apart from the fact that I lost a fish, is look at my leg. My leg is red. I've been bit about 1 million times on that thing. It's ridiculous at this point, and my legs are just so itchy. Enough complaining about that though, because that is not going to catch me a fish. I want to catch the fish, I need to get out there and just catch one. I feel like there's a swarm of fish right beneath my feet. I keep seeing like ripples come up on the surface, and like, you know the ripples where the fish come up to the surface and they flick their tail and they make the water go a different like pattern. That's just happened, making me believe that there's some fish there. I don't know what fish, hopefully perch though. I really like this rod and reel combo though. It's the Avanta River ambush rod, and it's absolutely great in my opinion. Oh, nah, thought I had a bite there. It was absolutely great in my opinion, and especially the reel it comes with. It comes pre-spooled with braided line, but the braided line's awesome. It really helps you detect any of them bites down there. You can just feel everything with it, it's great. And obviously I've got a lead of fluorocarbon coming off the other end as well, so that's my rig for you. And I've put the lead of fluorocarbon on because perch, oh my god, I had one on there. Did you see that? Did you just see that? One just came up and attacked that. My heart just skipped a beat. I'm glad I caught that on camera so I can show you. A perch has just come up to the surface and he's tried to get my lure. Hopefully I can lure him back. There's a perch following my lure at the moment. I've just lured him in from the bank and he's currently right beneath it. He's getting ready to strike it, I think. Oh my god, this could be it. He's right there, literally. I've come to the conclusion that I'm just going to start fishing in the margins with the lure from now on, because I don't seem to be getting many bites at all from in the middle. And the fish that I had on was from the margin, and the fish that just attacked my lure was in the margin, and the fish that followed my lure was in the margin. So I've had 3 fish like takes sort of today, but I've not landed one yet, and I've got like 20 minutes left, so God wish me luck. I'm just going to dip this in now, and I don't have long left. I've been casting out off camera quite a lot today, and I've seemed to have no luck off camera, but then when I click on the camera I start to get bites, so I'm just going to film myself from now on. But I am starting to make my way back up to where I started today, because I do need to start getting home, because I don't know if you can tell, but the sky there is getting pretty grey. Seems like it's about to hammer it down. It's like 9 o'clock at night, so I've only got an hour left of daylight, and it's about a half-hour walk back, so I want to get back before sunset. So what I think I'm going to do is leave that, let a load of slack out, and just walk along for as far as I can. The only problem is, as I mentioned earlier, there's all these twigs, so if I just push these down and just carry on walking, see what will happen. It's near enough the end of the video now, and I'm afraid I'm going to blank. I don't like blanking this time of year. I don't mind blanking in the winter, but when it's like spring, almost summer, I don't want to be blanking. I've been strolling around in the canal with the margins for about 10 minutes now, and no joy's coming from it, so this is going to be my final cast. That was a perfect cast. I got it directly across the other side, but I'll just reel this one in as slow as I possibly can and try and get one more bite before I have to head in home. Chances are low that I do get a bite from this cast, but if I do, it would be an absolute miracle. Just give it a few little jigs, twitch the rod tip a little bit just to make the lure do some wiggles in the water. Obviously the drop shots are on the bottom, so that's also helping out with that, and it's just weighing it down as well, I suppose. But it's right in here, Mo. It's right in the margin. If I don't get one when it's on the surface, I'm just dangling it on the surface for a second. No perch are coming up for it, so I'd imagine that's it now. Well, I hate to break the news to you, but I blanked. I'm gutted. And that's going to be pretty much the end of the video now, because I'm done fishing basically. All in all, it was a pretty nice session I had though. It was a session full of loads of excitement, to be honest. I had loads of bites, loads of takes. It was really excitable. I just didn't end up catching, but I suppose that's why it's called fishing and not catching, because it makes sense really. You're fishing, not catching. If only I'd have caught that little one though. I tell you now, he was about that big, but he had a really nice pattern to him. He had the perch pattern obviously, but he had some nice colours that stood out is what I mean. But I need to get myself home because my leg is in absolute agony right now from all these little gnats out and about. So if you enjoyed watching the video, please like the video down below, subscribe to my channel whilst you're down there, and turn on the post notifications so you never miss another upload in the future. Become a member of my channel if you'd like to, get early access to my videos, and I'll be doing some exclusive videos for it when I have enough members. But that's pretty much it from me today though. Sorry I blanked. Hope you enjoyed the video, but peace for now.